Hello, hello. My name is Nienke and thank you for spending some crafty time with me. I'm going to use the free stamp set from Sale-a-bration. It is the one with the little baby bed. I'm looking around, seeing if I can find the actual buried. Oh, here we go. It's this one. So if you got that, I was really excited. I needed some baby card set, and there it was, free for Sale-a-bration. So I'm just going to do a quick design. I already have some parts and pieces up there for multiples. I usually make multiples, so I have that ready. And we're just going to do some quick watercoloring, and yeah, it shouldn't take too long. So I hope you are all having a great time. I love the spring weather we've been having, and now it's winter again. Oh, I can't see with my camera in the way. I'm going to start with a balmy blue and just do the bassinet. That's not too bad. And I have the little top part. Let's see if I can get that sort of straight. Let's go with right there. I'm going to do some watercoloring, so it should, oh, that was pretty good. And then the mobile part, if I can see, there we go. So it comes in 3 parts. You can decide whether you want to add the mobile part or just do the bassinet part like you just saw. So I'm going to give this just a little bit of time to dry because I do want to watercolor that. I have a piece of scrap, and there's this very cute little elephant I'm going to stamp on a piece of scrap to use. And then this will be the inside of my card. I'm just going to finish all of the stamping while I wait for the ink to dry a little bit. So that'll be the inside of the card, and I have an envelope somewhere. Let's just do that too. I decided to use this little elephant for is it so cute? Yes, very cute. I'm not wiping any of my stamps because I'm unsure of the location of my chamois. We may or may not find it during the course of this video. Stay tuned. Okay, this is just a little piece I cut from balmy blue with I used the postage punch. It was on sale on the clearance rack recently. I don't know if it's still available, but I picked it up from the clearance rack at a very good deal. Okay, so I mounted welcome little one, but I'm not going to stamp the little one. Only going to stamp welcome sweet bundle of joy. Okay, so oh, you know what, before I do this, let me get I'm going to emboss this with white embossing powder. So we want our embossing. I have all of my tools. Before we have a disaster with the Versamark ink, let's move that out of the way. Oh, it's a desk catastrophe, not an ink catastrophe. We have a desk catastrophe going on right now. Okay, here is my little tray. I like to use the tray for my embossing buddy because it is powdery and it leaves everything powdery. So I just add some embossing on there, and then it goes back in its little bag because that chalky feeling is not my favorite, but it does get the job done. It helps. And then I like to use my little paint brushy to just smooth the powder into this paper. That I've found helps too. And then I try to touch it as little as possible. Now we are ready. Scooch up. Let's do it this way, I think. So now I'm only going to ink up that part. I'm not inking up this the side that is a little one. I want a good ink coverage, and I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. Now I didn't put the words on completely straight, so it doesn't matter if it's a wee bit off. Okay, move the Versamark out of the way. I'm going to grab this with my handy dandy little tweezers and dip it in my bowl of embossing powder and then tap it off on the side. Now, one thing about these tweezers is you need to watch where you, when you dip it, where you hold, you know, where the part was, that there isn't a glob of powder right there. So I usually like to just check that. Now we have our powder on there. I'm just going to check if we have any stray bits, because you don't want stray bits on there, then they will become glossy on your project. There's a little bit right here. There we go, that looks good. Now I'm going to grab my heat tool. I don't know, just wipe this thing off. I don't know if my cord is long enough to reach under the camera, but we will see. Okay, here we go. I just did that off camera because my cord isn't long enough to reach under this so there we have our sweet bundle of joy embossed. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, then I'm going to move this one right here, and I think we can adhere some of our back pieces while we give this just a little bit more time to dry. So this is just Balmy Blue card base, 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25. Here is a piece of embossed Pool Party. It is 5 by 3.75. I embossed that with my favorite embossing folder, the 3D textiles, I think. I actually got a few more. I got the Sale-a-bration one. Did I show you what I got from Sue? Come on, in the middle. Oh, just slide to the middle. That'll be right. There we go. Let me show you the new one if I can. Here we go. This is the new one, the Softly Sophisticated, and that was a bundle with the stamp set. So I got that for Sale-a-bration. I also got the Flight and Airy paper, just one pack. Okay, this is a piece of DSP. It was from that big Dandy Designs. It was a mega pack, so this is 5.25 by 2. And this is just going to go off to the side here, like just in the middle, up and down, and then leaving a little bit of that embossed piece right there, like that. And now I think this should be dry enough to go ahead with that. So I have Pool Party and Balmy Blue. I'm going to start with my Balmy. I want the thinner water brush. Do I have any water left in my brush? We'll see. Anything? No? Nothing? I'll have to go water my brush. Hold on. I found some water for my brush and I found my chamois. So that was a win and a win. There we go. Oh, and my chamois is dry again. I did wash it out, I think. Okay, a little bit of water in there. I don't want a lot because this is not watercolor paper. It's just a normal basic white. So you want to use as little water as possible. Now I want to do this little blanket. Let's start here. That feels a bit dark. It's okay, and I don't want to paint in somewhere where I don't want it to paint. I hope I have can get a bit confusing between all of these lines, but I think we've got it. There we go. I'm not going to do anything superly difficult. I just want some color on the paper. And again, very little water. There we go. That's a little blankie. And I want to do the legs of this. Now these are very small details. Get some little bit more ink on there to make a bit darker at the back. But again, it is just to get some color on here so that it's not completely white. There we go. And we can do this little part here. A little bit more ink. There we go. And what else? Let's do this little piece there. So like I said, I was pretty excited about having a baby set for celebration. There we go. Okay, I think that, oh, you know what, let's do the bottom. Otherwise, there's like a little, otherwise it looks like there's no bottom. I'm just going to do that little bit in here too. Good. I think that's good. And let's do that side of the whale. Okay, that's all I'm going to sort of watercolor with the Balmy. Let's move to the Pool Party and just wipe tip of my water brush off. Grab some of the Pool Party, and I'm just going to do these little parts. It's just a little bit of a different shade. I wanted to go with this monochromatic color scheme, so just the sort of baby blues, and the one is just a little bit greener than the other. So we're just going to go with that. There's a little sliver there and a little sliver there. And let's do the, you can stop anytime you want. I'm not going to do everything. Just want to add a little bit more of the pool party right here. I think I may need some more water in there, but I don't want to make it too wet. Let's do this little piece. And let's put a little bit more focus onto the whale. I'm making that 2 different colors, and that's that. Let's do our little baby elephant. So I stamped him in Balmy, and I'm just going to watercolor him in Pool Party. I like that little effect it gives. There we go. All done with him. All we're going to do is your little tail. That's it. Let's make his little toesies a bit darker, and his little tail a bit darker, and maybe they just, there we go. I think that's it. There is all the watercoloring done. I'm going to wipe the tip of my water brush and put that aside. Now I'm going to leave that as is. This I want to fussy cut, and I have no idea where my scissors. No idea. So let's go ahead with adding some twine. First, I have the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. I think this is in the new mini. I think so. And I'm not going to tie it all the way around. I'm just measuring like that. Oh, and I need scissors for this too. Hold on. Okay, I had to run all the way upstairs for my scissors. They were next to on my bedside table. I was doing some fussy cutting last night. I like doing that just before bed. It's relaxing. You might say, well, what were you fussy cutting? Well, coffee cups, of course. Oh, okay, anyway, enough of that. Coffee cups coming in the future, but yeah, I love that new set. I do. So I will have some is it latte love? Is that it? I'll have some latte love cards to share pretty soon. But I think I'm going to do my March paper pumpkin first. See if I change my mind on that, but probably not. I'm just fussy cutting this little elephant. There's another set that I have been using for baby cards that has a bigger elephant in it. I want to see if this could be the baby and the other one could be the mommy. I'll have to find it and see. And if I do something with that, I will show you. Glue dots. Let's add our twine with a glue dot. There. Just want to get my ends sort of together here. There we go. Glue dot and glue dot. Come on. Oh. My fingers don't want to cooperate. It's early in the morning. I haven't woken up yet. But it is the best time of the day for videos. Okay, there we go. Just getting that around there. I could have stamped this a little bit lower, but that is fine. Oh, did I tell you where this die cut was from? It's a retired one, so I would suggest just getting another one. Get another die cut that will fit. Let's see, this is 3 by 4 1/4, so that's about the size. You can also just cut it out of a piece of paper if you don't have a die cut machine. We are going to put this down flat. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just to those to adhere them. Be careful to put glue on the little stitch marks. It tends to ooze out in the front. Now this is going to go a little bit to the bottom and a little bit to the left side, like about so. Let's get it straight up and down there, sort of straight at the bottom. So there is that part. And now we can pop up our sentiment with dimensionals. One there, one there, one there, and one there. I'm guessing 2 would have been fine too. I'm going to use 4. Go. Oh, I just forget that you can just use your take your pick tool for these. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh, I had someone ask in a comment where I got my take your pick tool. So it's called a take your pick. It's from Stampin Up. I put a link in the description, I think of, it may have been last week's video. So you're welcome to go and find the link there, and I will be oh so grateful if you can pick me as your demonstrator when ordering your wonderful take your pick tool. I truly like it for a lot of things, to pick up tiny bits. See, very nice for picking up tiny bits. And you have your sharp end for taking off your backings or using for your glue dots to scooch a glue dot under something. That's very nice. And then it has a flat edge too. I use the flat edge a lot if I want to get like dimensionals off that I've already adhered down. That works very well for that. And then it has new attachments too, brand new attachments with a paper cutter, and you also have there's another one somewhere, like your scoring here we go, your scoring tip, so you can remove this pokey tip and add a scoring tip. Like I said, there's new tips for it too that I don't have yet. Okay, now we're going to make a little bow right here, loop swoop, tuck and pull, and then just finesse it a little bit. Guessing a double bow should actually, let's see, I tried double bow I think in my previous video and it worked sort of. So let's do another one. Let's try another one. So I'm taking 12 inches of ribbon, folding it in half. Oh, this is not ribbon, this is twine, but you know, I'm going to do a double bow. So 12 inches of ribbon folded at 6, and then you sort of want to gauge the center of these two. So this will be 3 inches about, and then you're going to make your first loop like on that, you know, with 1/2, and swoop and tuck and pull, and that should give you a pretty decent even bow, like so. Now just remember which one is your end, because it's now loop, has a little loopy. So that looks good. And then you can just cut this part free like that. And if it's a bit long, it is a wee bit long, we're just going to trim that. I don't mind these being completely even, and I don't mind that being completely even. So we made a double twine knot again. Glued it, and now I'm just going to scooch it like eyeball where that would end and scooch my knot and the top of that part just a wee bit under there. Just like so. Isn't that cute? And now we're going to add our little cutie elephant right there. We're going to need a very tiny piece of dimensional. Let's cut off a little piece here. Now, like I said, you can use take your pick tool to grab a little tiny piece like this. And if I can have my, here we go. And I'm just going to add glue on his backside. There we go. Take that off. And add him right. I need to scooch that up so I don't put my dimensional on there. I may need a double dimensional there, thinking about it. That's good. Oh, he's so cute. I like him. Okay, and that is almost it. And then I can go ahead and do all of my multiples. Let's grab this. This is the Glossy Dots assortment, and it's got these beautiful colors. And I thought that this color will look really pretty. I'm going to put one here and the other one up here, and the big one we're just gonna tuck in right. Can you scooch over a wee little bit, or are you now down? Let's scooch it over a little bit. See? Yeah, there we go. So there I have a very cute little baby card made with the Sale-a-bration stamp set. And then, so this is a blue one. Then I thought I'm not going to make this one yet because I haven't, just did that one. But I've cut these pieces already. Look. So it's that same paper. It's just got the oranges and the purples. And I thought so this just needs to be folded over. Here we go. So this is Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia. And I thought I could do exactly the same thing with more girly colors. So I'll probably do that. It's exactly the same thing. I'm not going to do it now. Okay. So thank you so much for spending some crafty time with me. This is our project for today. If you made it to the end of the video, I would love for you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That really helps. So envelope. And I will be back with a paper pumpkin and with some coffee cards. So I'll just see you soon. Bye-bye.